Sorry about the bright sunlight. It's a sunny day here in the Shire. So I've got a quick question for you. When you took on your formal education, so when you did GCSEs, BTECs, A-levels, HNDs, HNCs, BAs, all this sort of stuff, how much of that do you use now in your current day-to-day working practices, in your jobs? You know, when you go to work, do you think to yourself, I've got to use that mark I had in GCSE English to help me through the day, or that degree is part and parcel of what was taught to me? Sorry about all the noise, lots of traffic. I'm of the thoughts that your formal education don't really rule what you do today. And there's a little word, well, it's quite a big word actually, called Autodidactism. And it's basically the way that you teach yourself the skills that you need in your day-to-day life. Now, I survive a lot from the things I've learnt myself. And the formal education I had ended in 1994. And I watched lots of other people of the same age as me go off to university, go and grab degrees, things like that. And I was never one of those that went off for a degree. I just thought it was a bit of a waste of time. So yeah, many of the people that I know who went off to university now have tens of thousands of pounds worth of debt because they did so, but don't necessarily use their degree that they used within that education. So my question is it worth it to go off to university, to go off and have that little adventure for 2-3 years? Or in today's world where a lot of the self-made millionaires and billionaires didn't have a higher education, they actually just learnt their trade from making mistakes, trying new things, being progressive. You know, I think that's the way we're going. That's the way I'm going anyway, hopefully. I'm trying to find my way in the world by teaching myself the skills I need to be able to get forward in the areas I'm interested in. Right, back to the glass. The sun's gone in behind a cloud. So yeah, autodidactism. Strange little word. You don't hear it every day, but it's the art of teaching yourself what you need to know, the skills you need to know, and it's very much coming to the forefront now with the age of AI. Everybody knows that AI is being some scary monster, some scary robot which comes to attack you, turns on the humans, but it's not. I mean, I've been using AI for a little bit from the stuff I do. I mean, I do website design, and it saves me hours and hours of work. Just to, you know, if I need a sentence for a company on a page, I can literally go to one of the AI platforms like ChatGPT and say, create me a paragraph on this subject. And I can take it or leave it or adjust it. But it gives me an amazing platform of, you know, what I can put onto my website without having to spend hours and hours researching. I mean, that being said, AI hasn't really replaced us yet. So I think there's going to be a lot of jobs that it does replace. Any of those trainees out there? I was just pulled up there. In aggregate on the side. I think we've gone away from that age of sitting in front of a board in a classroom, copying down things, to basically download them to our memories. You know, the things I learnt in school, I don't really use much of it anymore. The basic mathematics, yes, you'll use that. English. I mean, English, I wasn't great at English. Always been a really bad speller. Still am a bad speller. So the age of the computer and AI has been a godsend to me. The formal education we used to have no longer really has a place in what we do, to be honest. But I think formal education days do provide one vital thing, and that is how to talk to people, how to communicate with others. Otherwise, we'll just be like animals, really. What can we do without being socialised with other people? Though that socialisation in schools now is quite hard, quite difficult. I wouldn't want to be in school now. I don't think it's what I would like to be doing. So this is the first time I've actually walked down this way. So what's the time? I've got about 25 minutes to my appointment, and I'm probably only about 10 minutes away. Nice little walk though. I was going to bring my drone today, but I thought to myself, what's the point? I haven't got the time. So some of the things which I've achieved through autodidactism is basically, I've run my business since 2010. I got knocked back a few times with redundancies, which pretty much put me on my spell of thinking to myself, I want to teach myself what to do. I'm going to pick up myself and be successful. And since 2010, I've run my own business. Obviously, I've had to supplement that with other things like working for other companies, doing other jobs, just to supplement my income, pay my tax. Right, sorry about the sun, it's coming back out again behind me. So what have you done in regards to teaching yourself new skills? I think the days of going on courses, you know, years ago people used to say, oh, I'm going to do a night course on that, or I'll go and do an open university course on that. Again, it's more money being thrown at formal education. And will it actually prepare you for the real world? I don't know. So do we think formal education prepares us for the world? It used to, definitely used to. But the whole thing of having to stay in education until you're 18 is a bit strange, a bit weird. There are many kids out there that know exactly what they want to do, and there's a handful that don't know what to do and just find formal education a grind, so want to get out of it as soon as possible. I wasn't one of those. I was always, I think my whole life I've been questioning what I want to do. Never sort of fell into the design area sort of by something I wanted to do, but it was more of a case of it was there, it was available. Somebody I knew was doing it at the same time, so why not go away and do a design course? And like I said, that ended in 1994, and since then I've been teaching myself. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is formal education a bit outdated nowadays? Do we think that kids of 15, 16 should be allowed to leave school, go and progress to what they want to do, not be forced into being in an education system until 18, being forced to do mathematics and English until the age of 18? I think that's a little bit of too much forcing on them. Also in the comments, let me know if you think that schools still prepare our young people for life. I don't know whether they do, but let me know if you think they do that. Do we think the internet's a bad thing? Personally, I think the internet's an amazing thing to be able to actually teach yourself the skills you want to know. So like AI, all the AI stuff is available online, on the internet, ready for people to look at, learn, teach themselves, be autodidactic. And again, nowhere near my niche. My niche is so far away from what I think it's going to be sometimes. So as a designer and a creative, a gamer, you'd think I'd find a niche by now, what I want to do. I'm 50. People have been saying to you since the age of 12, what do you want to do when you're older? I've no idea. I still haven't got a clue. I'm probably a bit closer to knowing what I want to do, but again, it's sort of at the age of 12, what do you want to do when you're older? Well, my thoughts when I was older is I was copying everybody else. So when I was a young boy, I didn't know what I wanted to be. wanted to be something which was creative, definitely. I mean, I always played with Lego bricks. I had a conversation with my son last night. He said, you know, about board games, you know, he sees these things and he says, oh, there's a board game for that. And I'm always like, yeah, board game. Not really my thing. Not really something I look forward to. Christmas isn't really the best time for me for playing games. I'll play the odd board game here and there, but I've fast run out of patience for playing board games. He said, but games, you'd be into that. And I said, well, yeah, but I used to like to build things. So I built things out of Lego, Meccano, all that sort of stuff. And that was what I did. So I did like models. I used to build models. I always wanted to be creative, but do something with my hands. So I hope this walk and talk has been useful to people. Hope you gathered some sort of value from it. But yeah, if you enjoy this sort of thing, want to see where my journey takes me, then please subscribe to the channel, click on the bell for notifications, like the video, go and check out some of my other videos. You'll see how much area I sort of focus on, and I'll catch you in the next video.